All right, hello everybody. This is Calvin Butler with the RBBS Logistics Learning Center and the National Dispatchers Network. Now, tonight we are starting a little bit early, just shortly after 7 p.m. The reason why is because we experienced some technical difficulties last night due to the fact that I did not have my regular internet installed yet. As you all know, my wife and I just moved into a new home, and we were waiting for the Xfinity tech to come out and install the internet. So we were working on hotspots for the last couple of days, and the hotspot just wasn't friendly last night. So we had to scrub our training for last night. And plus, I had some plumbing issues that I had to take care of. So you all didn't get a chance to see that because it was not recorded. So you all didn't get a chance to see me deal with our plumbing issues. But tonight we are here in the house. Tonight we are going to have our how-to broker training, which is where we left off last night. We didn't get a chance to do it. And immediately following how-to broker training, we're going to have our Wednesday regular scheduled Q&A. So let's jump right in. Go ahead, sharing my screen. Share. Sharing is good. All right, everyone. I want to welcome our guest, Mr. Ron Raines, Mr. Jock. Is that Jocko or Jocko?
You can just call me Jackson because I shortened it because it was too long.
Okay, Jackson. Okay, well, we have Jackson, and we have some others here in the house too. So just saying hi to everybody, and welcome to our tonight's training. Now, last night we left off; it was on broker training. Okay, and where were we at on broker training? I know we had did the onboarding on as far as what you all saw on YouTube. We had completed the onboarding training. So the question that we posed last night was, what comes after you do your onboarding? What comes after you've done your broker carrier packet and your broker get it right, your broker shippers packet? You reached out to the shippers, you've done your broker shippers packet, you've gotten the shipper to talk to you, you've negotiated with the shipper. Now, what comes next? Now that you've got this shipper and the shipper wants to send you all of those loads, what comes next? Now, before we get started in that, let me go ahead and sign into because I was showing you all last night what the loads look like. Go to Outlook. You can pull those up again and show y'all what those loads actually look like. Let me log out of my parts for less one here. Log back into RBBS trucking. There it is right there. Trucking. Log back in there. All right. Now let's go and check out what we was looking at last night on Outlook from the load list. Plus, yeah, all right. When you get set up with the shipper, once you've taken care of that part, now this is freight broker training part 2. Once you have set up with the shipper, the next thing you have to do, you have to go and you have to evaluate your loads, okay? Because what's going to happen is, depending on how you're set up or what you discuss with that shipper, you could start getting loads sent to you every single day. And they could be as many as, a couple of hundred to a couple of thousand, okay? Or even more than that, depending on what you negotiated with that shipper on how much of the freight that you are going to be getting to have access to. Now, there are several different ways that a shipper can negotiate with you and set that up. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you all. If you are new to this industry, if you are a new broker, okay, shippers sometimes will want you to prepay for loads. Have y'all ever heard that? Prepaying for your loads?
No.
Okay. What happens with that is this. A shipper will look at your profile, okay, they'll run your MC number, and they'll see that you are a new broker, okay? because you are new and you haven't been tried and tested, and they're unsure of, just how stable you are, they may ask you to pay for a certain percentage of your loads prepaid. Some brokers would do the same thing if you are, getting loads, from a shipper. Well, not a broker. I mean, if you get a loads out from a shipper, they're gonna want you to prepay for those loads. Okay. Now, what do we mean by that? A shipper may say to you, "Okay, we'll be willing to give you 100 loads," right? And those loads have what they do is they'll give you a value of what the loads are on face value. Okay, and then you got your margin on top of that. Okay, this is just one form. It doesn't always go like this, but most likely, if you are brand new, it probably will go like this. Okay, so in other words, they will go ahead and tell you what the loads that they will pay you for, what they will pay you on those loads. Okay, so they'll go ahead and say, "We'll let you have the loads, these 100 loads. We'll let you have these 100 loads." Let me pick out my calculator, because you all are gonna have to see this. This is stuff that you probably haven't learned in freight broker training classes or other stuff out there. Let's say they'll say, "We'll go ahead and send you, because you're new, we'll try you out with 100 loads." All right. So they're not gonna just jump on and say, "We're gonna send you 10,000 loads or 1,000 loads." We'll try you out with 100 loads. Okay. What we are willing to pay you on those 100 loads, let's say they're all not the same, but let's just say for this, for the sake of showing you all, so we can keep this even. Let's just say those loads, they come out to an average of $8 per mile. Okay. And the loads are running an average between 500 and 1,100 miles, all different miles, whatever case may be. All right, but let's say they average out to about 750 miles. All right, some higher, some lower, whatever case may be. So you got $8 per mile, right? Is what they're willing to give you on those loads. $8 per mile times what? 700.
Yeah. Okay.
So the average load is what they're willing to pay you on the average load is $5,600. Now, they're gonna want you to prepay for those loads.
All of them?
Yeah. Remember when I told you all?
That's like $500,000.
I know.
That's as a broker, right, Mr. Calvin?
Yeah, this is if you are a broker.
Okay.
Remember, this is broker training.
Okay.
This is broker training. This is how it goes, y'all. Okay, I know no one shared this with you all, but this is how these conversations would go with the shipper. If you are new, that's why we tell y'all it is extremely, almost impossible for a first-year broker to make money.
Oh.
This is why we tell you all that if you want to have a chance as a first-year broker, chances are you better have at least $200,000 to $250,000 of liquid assets in the bank. Because if you've got $260,000, $250,000 of liquid assets in the bank, you can say to that shipper, "Well, I can't buy all those loads. I can't prepay for all the." Now you got something you can negotiate with because you got money in the bank, right? Or you can say to the shipper, "Well, Mr. Shipper, I can't prepay for all those loads, but here's what I can do. Let's say I prepay for 25. No, let's say I prepay for 35% of it, and then you go ahead and you credit me the other way."
Yeah, the other percentage.
Exactly. And when you extended me that credit and I'm prepaying for 35% of them, here's what I do. I would guarantee 20% of it. In other words, if I don't move these loads, you get to keep that 20%. Loads that I don't move. Get it?
No,
Or y'all understanding me?
No, I didn't catch that.
Okay. All right. Let's say the shipper says, 100 loads at this right here, it's the times 100. And they want you to prepay for $560,000. Obviously, now you don't have that kind of money. But let's say, like we advise you all, if you're gonna have a chance as a freight broker, you gotta have some liquid asset. That's cash in the bank. $250,000, $260,000. Now, if you have that, you can negotiate, right? Because you got something to bargain with, right? If you don't have that, then you just stuck out in the wind. That shipper had just like playing poker. Okay, they've called you, and they laid it down. They've called you, and you can't match it. You don't have anything to come back with. But if you got money in the bank, a couple $100,000, $250,000, $260,000 in liquid assets or reserves, then you can say that shipper's look, Mr. Shipper, I can't buy the whole, I can't prepay for the whole, the bundle, okay? But let's say I can prepay for 35% of that. And for that 35%, I will prepay you for 35% of that. That's $196,000. Now, for my prepaying that, I would like you to credit me the other $364,000. Now, because I'm gonna be taking this as a credit, right? I would guarantee 20%, $72,800. Y'all see what happened? If I don't move those 30% of the loads, right? That I'm prepaying for, if I don't move 30% of the loads that I am getting from you, I will gladly go ahead and pay you for, the 20%. That's like a guarantee.
You gotta move that 35% or whatever.
Exactly. That's like a guarantee on top of the $190,000 you already done prepaid. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, basically, you better know what you're doing, or you're about to lose 70-something thousand.
Exactly. Like I told y'all, this ain't no joke, and this is not for the faint of heart. That's why I keep telling y'all that. People will call me up and say, "Hey man, I want to be a broker. I want to." Oh, you think you want to be a broker? Broker ain't that easy. That's why you have a whole bunch of people going on to become freight broker agents and go work for a broker. Because if you're on this type of level, right, and you're trying to break into the industry from jump start as a broker, right, there are certain things you're gonna have to have, okay, if you want to have a chance at making it as a broker, right? Now, there are some ways that you all can make it without, and I'm gonna show you all that too. But there's certain things that you're gonna have on the face value in becoming a broker is one thing that can help you out is liquid asset. How much money how much cash, how much assets you have, how much cash you have in reserve that would allow you to be able to prepay for loads. Now, when we started as a broker, remember I had partners. We went out to and we solicited investors. This is why we solicited investors. And we were partnered up with a prominent law firm here in Tallahassee and a sports management firm. And they backed us with the tune of $260,000 each. And so we had access to money that we could actually go in and exactly. So we can actually go credit. Exactly. Now, on top of that, because our partners were a prominent law firm and a sports management firm, when they looked us up on on the articles of incorporation, they saw that it was not just Calvin Butler and Michael Jones. They saw it was Michael Jones, Calvin Butler, Michael Jones CEO, Calvin Butler COO, and managing partner, Blah Blah Law Firm and Blah Blah Sports Management Firm, right? So when they run the Dun & Bradstreet credit, we're not just looking at what we have as a brokerage firm, they're looking at the whole partnership. So when they ran that Dun & Bradstreet credit report, hey, we've got great credit. We've got a pay index of 97 when the best you can get is 100, and they want you to have at least a pay index of 92. AJ, get off some stairs. They want you to have a pay index of at least 92. So our pay index was 97 across the board, right? And we had access. Now all that money was not mine, but it belonged to our investors who were now our partners. So we had access to what? $260,000 times 2. See what I'm saying? We had access to a good stash of reserve money. Okay, so on paper, we were solid as solid can get. So therefore, that's why we were able to attain shippers like this and others right off the bat. Now, that's not something that everybody does, or everybody's not going to go through those steps and take the time to do all of that. Right?
Yeah.
So this is why some of you right now who are on here are brokers, who had their bond for at least a year, haven't booked a load. This is why when you, and some of y'all will tell, some of y'all you can attest to this. You called up shippers that have they ask you about your pay index, they ask you about your Dun & Bradstreet credit, they ask you about your references, and they ask you, do you have any cash reserves? Or can you prepay for loads? And you know what I'm telling you? Well, no, we can't do that. We don't have that. Okay, well then, come back and see us after you've got a year season on your bond. Now y'all are starting to understand why starting out as a broker is very difficult. It is not for the faint of heart. You have to be really, you really have to know business. You really have to, understand the business side of going out there and getting shippers to trust you with $500,000 worth of freight, or $500,000 worth of freight, or even a couple $100,000 worth of freight, whatever the case may be. They're basically entrusting you with that, with very valuable commodity. And I know people make it sound easy, but nobody's gonna trust a newcomer with that kind of money, with that kind of, that's what it is. It's money, right?
Yeah.
So after you do it, now if you were able to talk a shipper into sending you freight, okay, chances are it's going to be on a small scale starting out. Okay, it's not very likely you're going to land a huge shipper with no cash assets. Okay, no Dun & Bradstreet pay index, no Dun & Bradstreet credit score, and little to no references. They want you to have at least 5 to 7 references that will attest to the fact in writing that you've done at least $300,000 worth of business with them for 6 months consecutively without a break. These are the things you gotta have to have as a broker. On top of that bond and that $75,000 bond, that $1.2 million of insurance, and that authority. So it takes a little bit more than that to make it as a broker. Okay, I want y'all to understand that before you all go any further into your ideas about when I'm going to go in the car and broker my first year, I'll make a ton of money. And hold on there, Jasper. Slow your roll, okay? Because let's get to the real world. Okay, let this soak in on y'all. All right. All right. Did everybody understand what we just went over?
Yes, sir.
All right. Now, some good news on the brighter side of things. There are chances that you can land shippers, but they're not going to be very, very, very large mega shippers. You're gonna have to start out by going after the smaller shippers, like some lumber companies, some local roofing companies, sand companies, stuff like that. A local peanut grower or farm, some produce, something like that. Okay, start off small. All right, you may even be able to, if you've got bottled water companies, in your area, you may be able to call them up and say, hey, y'all ship bottled water. Let's see if we can, see if we can do something with it. Now, you got a better chance with that. Also, reach out to local shippers within your area. Every city has an industrial park, right?
Most of them.
Most of them. Every halfway decent city has some type of industrial park area where a lot of industry gather and they ship stuff left and right, machine parts, car parts, something that they're shipping. Okay, go out and have a conversation with them. Okay, you stand a better chance of landing some of those shippers going to them face to face than you do by going to a Sitco site like we have for you, and you calling up these shippers and you're saying, hey, let's see if we can do business. Yeah, there's a chance you might land them, but you are probably gonna make about 1,000 phone calls before you even get one to even listen to you.
Well, what do you consider small?
Small,
How many loads?
400 or 500 loads per day. No more than 800 to 1,000. That would be considered small. And to give an example of that, and that's why I pulled these up, because we started out. This is the first shipper that we signed on. It's Tampa International.
Let me ask you another question then.
Yeah.
How do you know who, or is there a way to find out how many loads they actually do? Like say a lumber company, for instance. I mean, some of the bigger ones have, a lot of loads, but in any company, how do you know how many loads they're actually running?
You can go to a Sitco site and pull up their profile, and they say you can ask them. They'll tell you. Right. I mean, they're gonna keep it a secret on how much freight they move. They'll tell you we ship. I'm gonna tell you, we ship, $2 billion worth of freight every month. What the case may be. So yeah, there's a lot of loads out there. But give me an example. This is a moderate, small one. And they was in those loads twice a day. Y'all see all the loads stuff that they had there. And they was in those loads twice a day. And give you an example of what those loads look like. Now, the way we negotiated this with them, we negotiated them that their average load that they would send us would average out to about $2.50 per mile. That's where we kind of had them averaged out. There was send us loads that were about $2.50 per mile. And as you can see here, call for rates on all those, and we'll negotiate. Okay, so they would negotiate, even though they had the rates here, they would still negotiate. Okay, and this is a rather small load. This is probably an afternoon load, rather small. But as you can see, the rates were pretty good. They're around 376 miles, $800, 191 miles, 650 bucks, 399 miles, $1,150, 364 miles, 7. So you see, they're decent rates, all right? So we try to average them out. Every load that they send us tries to be averaged out to about $2.50 per mile. Okay, some higher, some was slightly lower, but not much. Okay, give you another look at some. I think that was an evening low. I think that was an evening low. What would that sit out? Oh, that was 917. Not quite that late of a low. Oh, it was midday low. Got this one. Was. But hey, so these are relatively small loads, but we would get these twice a day. Okay, we get these twice a day, and this was a lumber company. We also got some container loads that we would get from another company. I have them in a separate email, and we got a whole bunch of loads from. Hold on here. These up. A whole bunch of loads from. What's the name of that company? Oh, shit. I have to look them up. See if I got them down here. Yes, right. don't think I have them here. What's the name of that company? Oh, Victor Smith, freight broker information, carrier services, and I can't send the North Transportation. No, I'm not gonna be able to find it right now. I'm gonna have to get it from another. Hold on, give me a second. What was that? I can't remember what name of the company was. We had another company that we would receive loans from every day also too. And they're in here somewhere. I have to go through all these emails. But as you can tell, once you start getting your load list, shippers will send them over sometimes twice a day. Now, not all shippers are going to want you to prepay for the loads. Okay? That's why I say if you deal with the smaller shipping companies, you stand a greater chance of getting them to send you their load list. Now, how many of you know what your broker package looks like?
I don't have a clue.
You don't have a clue. Okay. If you want to see what a broker package looks like, you can go to Ship with RBBS. There we go. We have an onboarding website, and it's basically shipwithrbbs.com. But ship with RBBS, I'm LLC.com. And it goes to and take over to .web.com, what it is. All right, but this is the onboarding site, okay, where we would send shippers to look at our boarding, look at our broker packet, whole 9 yards. And we had our broker packet loaded up online because it made it much easier. You can go to here where it says why RBBS Transport, I'm LLC, and it will tell you, kind of give you a synopsis of why they should choose us, right? Telling you who we are, formed and registered as a Florida limited liability company. With all our credentials and stuff there. Now they can go to the actual broker packet itself by going here. Okay, this is the packet. Okay, because in your broker packet, here's what you're gonna need. You're gonna need your shipper sign up packet. You're gonna need a freight broker letter of authority. You're gonna have a copy of it, of your authority, your certificate of liability insurance. You're gonna need your form BMC 85. You're gonna need your SAC code assignment, and you're gonna need your form W-9. Now, your shipper sign-up packet. Now, all this comes together in a nice package over here. Okay, a shipper can go in, they can pull these up separately and look at them individually, or they can pull up our entire packet and just download our packet. Okay, this was our packet. Nicely, neatly done. You want to have some type of logo and know who you are, that type of deal. And our packet basically starts off with why should you partner with the RBBS Transport LLC? And it goes on and says RBBS Transport LLC utilizes the most advanced technology in the industry to service our customers. We've integrated the CNTMS transportation management system and logistics software in all 25 of our branches strategically positioned throughout the United States to adequately service all major shipping lanes. Now, you notice I said all 25 of our branches, because back then, even though we were a new company, we were set up with branches. And this is another, which gave shippers another reason to want to deal with us. How many new brokerage firms have 25 branches scattered across the United States? Right?
Probably don't.
Exactly. But we did. Now, did that mean that we had offices all over the United States? In a sense, yes, but actuality, no. It's all in your perception and how you set things up. We were hiring freight broker agents, right? And when we hired a freight broker agent, we made each one of them a branch operation by giving them an extension on our, 3 toll-free numbers. So they had their own extension, right? They had their own dedicated domain email address. Y'all remember when we used to give those out? So they had their own dedicated domain email addresses also too. So when you reach out to them, or when you went to our page, our website, and you looked at the branches, you can see where all the branches were. But they were just people who we had hired and brought into our company as freight broker agents. Y'all see how that was done?
Genius.
Exactly. Well, I like to think so. I like to think so. It gave us that ability of being a large money-back firm right away.
So that's come back to that question I asked yesterday. So that's why it's very important to at least have a 1-800 number to make it look like you.
Exactly. And when you start bringing in your freight broker agents, issue them an extension on your toll-free number. So if someone's calling up and you say, I'm looking for a branch, the California branch, they will call up toll-free number 866-973-6445, and the California branch would be extension number 7005.
What?
Florida branch would be extension number 7004. You see what I'm saying? And then when they hit that,
my question is, if you don't have any shippers, how can you have 25 broker agents then?
Well, you don't need shippers to have broker agents. You can sign people on.
Say what?
You can sign on your broker agents without having shippers.
Yeah, but if they're not making any money, why would they sign on with you?
Because they're not losing any money either.
That's true.
Think about it. Look. Remember I told y'all you got to be a salesman? Y'all always hear me say that, right? You got to be a salesman making it in this business, right?
Yeah.
I am a hell of a salesman. Okay? I've never told y'all anything different. I am one hell of a salesman. Why? Because I understand what motivates people, right? And I understand how to make things simplistic for people so that they can get into something without risking too much, right?
Sure.
Most of you all joined this platform because you were getting a lot out of it versus what you were risking to get into it. Right or wrong?
That's facts.
That's right.
Exactly. So when you set up your brokerage firm, you are right now, you want to set up your brokerage firm that offers a lot for a small risk factor, right? And and don't mislead anybody. Let your agents know. Say, hey, look, we are a new brokerage firm, and here is what we are doing. Okay, we are setting up branches all over the country. Why? Because once we have those branches set up, then we will become more attractive to what? Shippers. And because that we are set up this way, and when you all go out, some of you all are going to be what? Agents. Some of you all are going to be what? Acquisition specialists, sales specialists, right? So remember how we were set up, how we had the free system where some people were just calling up shippers, other people were just calling up the carriers.
Right.
And we was paying them, and we was paying them residual. So instead of us building our network, we hired people and paid them to build our network for us. So in other words, if we brought you in as a executive sales agent, and your job was to contact shippers to build our book of business, when you contacted a shipper and you landed a contract with the shipper, that account was yours. And you were going to get paid from that account continuously, residual pay. You're getting 7.25% of our broker's fee from that account. So every load they got booked from that account, you signed up a shipper, the shipper gave you 100 or 200 loads per. Let's say you sign up a small account, okay, 500 loads per day, right? Right?
Right.
Let's say those loads were averaging, let's say 100 of those loads were paying, Yeah. Let's say they all are averaged out to what? About, let's just say $1,000 per load. Right? Right?
Correct.
So $1,000 per load. Let's say, so every day your account was producing 500 loads. All right. Once you landed that account, those loads got shipped down or went down to our what? Our dispatch agents or our carrier group agents. These are the people who will actually be booking these loads with the owner operators, right? They'll place them on load boards, they're calling up owner operators, whatever it is. They're trying to get as many of those loads booked as possible. But let's say our booking agents were booking 20% of the loads that you had from this account. Let's say 20% of these loads are being booked every single day, right? So that right there, 500 minus, hold on, let me get that right. 500 minus, oh, come on. 500 minus 20%. That means 100 loads will be booked per day from your account, right? Right?
Yes, sir.
The load fees were $1,000, right? So that's 100 times 1,000. That's $100,000 each day on load fees, right? Now, our cut at that time, we were paying the carriers we were paying the carriers 73 1/3%. Some carriers we were paying up to 80%, depending on how long they had been on operate. So that left us with what? 27.33%, right? Right? 27.33% is what left us. So we paid the carriers the other amount, right? So on those $10,000, $100,000 loads that were being booked every day, the company was bringing in on those loads. Our cut was $27,330. Now, remember, we paid that person who landed that account 7.25% of that amount. Y'all see how that worked?
Yes, sir.
So that 27,330, 27,330 each day, right? Minus 7.25%. And this was residual because he got paid that. So that's $1,981 a day that person was making because they set up that account, right? And once they set up the account, they're getting 7.25% of all the brokerage fee from the loads that were being booked from that account. They weren't even booking those loads. They just set the account up, and then the booking agents booked the loads. And we paid them 50% of our brokerage fee. So we were paying out a total of 57.25%. Now, the average broker firm, every other broker firm is set up on a binary type of compensation plan, where you bring in your freight broker agents, right? Your freight broker agents just doing the work, whatever. They're going to pay what anywhere from 60 to 70%, right? Right?
Yes, sir.
So the average other brokerage firm were giving up 60 to 70% of their revenue to their freight broker agents, and we were giving up 57.25%. But our agents were making more money because it's residual. You see how that worked?
Yeah, puts a lot of incentive to make a lot of phone calls to shippers.
Exactly. So you asked me, so this goes back to the question. Why would someone sign on with us if we didn't have any shippers? Because we created a great opportunity. right? If you can show someone an opportunity, the way if they just put forth the effort and put forth the work, that they can create, a massive amount of revenue, they'll join you every time. What I'm doing now is showing you all how to structure your brokerage firm and to where you can actually be successful your first year. Okay. So if you don't have access to the money, you gotta be what? You gotta be innovative on how you structure your firm, how you structure your compensation plans, how you structure, the makeup of your organization. So on the surface, we were looking like what? A huge brokerage firm that had 70, had 25 branches strategically positioned throughout the United States to adequately service all major shipping lanes. We can manage every aspect of our logistics and distribution operations with the same transportation management system, TMS technology used by the world's largest companies. Then we go into all the type of things that we can do: carrier verification fraud check, y'all can read that for yourself, driver track and trace via cell phone, which I showed y'all that the other night. Automatic route review and load authorization. Okay, this is just one of the many great tools we utilize to make sure that your loads are routed, saving you miles, thus saving you money. Our freight agency branch owners are trained and committed to placing the needs and concerns of the customers they service above all else. Our focus is to provide quality service with the highest levels of customer satisfaction. We look forward to building a business relationship, providing seamless door-to-door transportation solutions for your business. Okay, that's the introduction to your brokerage package. Okay, and then you got to go down here, and then you got to put the meat into your brokerage package. All your credentials. Okay, RBBS Transfer LLC, new customer setup package. Okay, thank you for choosing RBBS Transfer LLC. RBBS Transfer LLC was formed and registered as a Florida limited liability company. You got to put the date when the company was, enacted, with 25 branch locations throughout the U.S. Now, that's how we started out. Before we switched our brokerage firm back over to a dispatch firm, we had almost 300 branches. A lot of branches. Okay. We had we had more than, we had about 370 branches, to be exact. Okay. RBBS Transfer LLC currently operates as a facilitator of freight movement for our customers throughout North America. That was our business and our physical address, our MC number, federal ID number, our SAT code was RBBT, banking, what bank we bank with, property broker surety bond, there's a number, 75,000, insurance, 300,000, contingent, policy, 1 million, liability, auto haulers, insurance included.
Mr. Collin.
Yes, sir.
For the insurance, is that a must to have cargo insurance and liability auto?
You don't have to have this much, but if you are a new broker, what do you want to do? You want to give a shipper every reason in the world to do business with you, right?
Right.
So look, you got to have some stuff in place that makes up for your shortcomings. You understand what I'm saying? Right. You got to give to get. So we knew that we were a new brokerage firm, but we wanted to give a shipper every advantage possible to do business with us. We've got 25 branches scattered across the United States. We carry $1.3 million of insurance. That's as much as what everyone else was carrying. The average is about what? 650, 750,000, right?
Right.
We were carrying $1.3 million of insurance. So yeah, we were, and we were backed by some people that had money. So it was all in how we were set up. It's all in how you're set up. But it does cost money to run a brokerage firm. It really does. Okay. So it's all in how you were set up. Okay. But And you all can go and visit this here. Let me give y'all this link. Let me give y'all, and you all can just go and pull this up yourself. Oh, where did it go? Where did it go, y'all? Where did my, there it is. I'm going to give y'all this link. Y'all can put this up yourself. I'm going to give y'all the link. This is how your packet is going to be set up. Signing up to do business with RBBS Transfer LLC is both simple and fast. Simply call toll free 866-973-6445 extension 700 or 702. We knew that when calls came in on those two extensions, we knew that those were shippers calling in to do what? Onboarding. To complete your new customer onboarding registration by phone, utilizing this option, RBBS Transfer LLC can have you set up and ready to book your first load within minutes. Okay, or proceed with the enclosed new customers onboarding packet, which contains all documentation needed. Okay, and here's all the documentation that was included: RBBS Shippers Transportation Agreement, RBBS Transport LLC application and credit agreement, customer profile, and required contact information, Secretary of State filing documentation, all agreements and applications returned via email or fax. And here it is right here, customer profile, there's right there. They put the contacts in, application credit, and you all can copy this and just change the name. You know, if you're a broker firm, you want to set your own up, you can just copy this word for word and just put in where you see RBBS or RBBS, change that to your company and change our credentials to your credentials. Don't put our MC number, don't use that stuff. Use your own. Okay, use your own. All right. So all this stuff is in there. Signatures down here, Brokerage and Transportation Agreement. All that is in there. It's already worded to where it's properly worded. Make sure you change your MC number. Don't use our stuff. Change that out. You can edit this. Okay. You have your the areas that's got to cover. You got to cover your term. You got to cover your service broker. You got to cover your receipts and bills of landing. Also has to be covered in here if requested by shipper. Claims, pull all other claims, surety bond broker, hazardous materials, default, indemnifications, assignment and modifications of agreement clause, severability and survivability clause, independent contractor clause, non-waiver clause, notices, force majeure clause, choice of law and venue clause, arbitration clause, confidentiality clause, and of course the entire agreement, witness, blase, blase, and see Michael Jones, who was the RBBS PEO while he was taking the office in opposition with the operations office. Okay, so there you go. Now, of course, this is going to change down here. Of course, that's not going to be us. That's going to be you. You know, you're going to put your name up, your broker up there, and whoever is the head of your company, put it right there. Got it? Does everybody have that?
Yes, sir.
All right. I'm going to give you all the link to this page. Share this link with you all. Give me a second here. All right, there you go. Everybody got it? Everybody should have it. So anytime you need to look at a broker packet and you know, want to see how it's set up, or if you want to duplicate or set up your website, your onboarding website, I think it's a good idea to have an onboarding website. Okay, makes things a lot easier, makes it look a lot more professional, and because you're looking for every reason you can, give a shipper a reason to what? Do business with them, right? And as you all can see, you can pull each one of these things up separately. Freight broker letter of authority, pull it up. There was our copy of our letter of authority right there. Also pull up certificate of liability insurance. This copy of our liability insurance right there. And we had our form BMC 85. There it is right there. And that was our SAT code. For those of you that don't know what a SAT code is, that's the thing that goes on the side of every shipment that you are broke. Okay? Like if you're running, if shippers are running the load, you're basically taking ownership of the freight. So when they run that, code, they pick that code up at the weigh stations and the inspection checkpoints and stuff. It's gonna pull up your brokerage information. Okay, just so you all know. And our stat code RBBT. When they put that in, it pulls up all this information right here. Since you that was you know responsible for that load. And of course you have to do your form W9. Okay, be filled out. But that's the onboarding package. Okay, that was the onboarding package. I used to have a carrier onboarding website up, but we took that down once we became dispatchers and no longer brokers. I don't even know how to access it anymore. And we used to have a carrier, one where the carriers could go to sign up with us while freight. Okay, it's not very hard to do. It's similar to what we have here, but it's but you're gearing it towards owner operators and not shippers. So if we wanted to keep our sites separate, I had a shipper site and we had a carrier site. Okay, carrier site listed all of the branches and their extensions, the whole 9 yards. All right. Question?
Yeah, off subject question. Like, would you go back to brokering, back to that business instead of dispatching?
No. I don't have to think about that. No.
No,
I mean, it's less liability. Okay. And a lot of you know some of the things that happened with us. Someone stole our MC number, stole our credentials, and they ran close to a couple $100,000 with the auto haul freight on via Central Dispatch and other places before we even knew what was going on. And the only way we found out is not because they intentionally didn't pay someone, they mistakenly, well, it wasn't even their fault that the carrier didn't get paid. The carrier that there was running loads on Central, and we had no idea. We had no idea. They was running loads, all kinds of stuff. And the only way we found out is we got a letter from Federal Bond Service that a claim had filed against our authority for non-payment of contract. I'm like, okay, let's see who this is. We'll make you prepare about it, right? So they sent us the carriers, our information and stuff. It was auto hauler. We looked them up. We said, first of all, we haven't really done any auto haul loads yet. We were set up to do them, but we had not done any auto haul loads yet. So that was kind of a mystery to us. So we looked them up and went through and found out that they were running loads from our profile on Central Dispatch. We did not have a profile set up on Central Dispatch, so I thought we didn't. But we went to Central Dispatch, and then lo and behold, there was a profile set up for RBBS Transport LLC. And when we went through the contract that was on Central Dispatch for us, there was an email address of where everything would be sent to email address. It was a young lady's name at gmail.com. All right. And that's how we found out who was doing it, because our email address was RBBS Transport, was either onboarding at rbbstransport.com or, ship with, at RBBS, or something of that nature. Our email address was always dedicated domain names. And the number was a regular cell phone number and not our toll-free. So in other words, they set up the essential dispatch account with our MC number, DOT number, all of that stuff. But the email address and the phone number, when you want to book something, everything was going to where? The email address of that young lady.
And she got caught.
Yeah, she got caught. And how she got caught was really not her fault, really. And she was paying all the carriers, except for this one carrier, they had moved. They moved to a new location, a new mailing address. She didn't get the new mailing address. So she was sending them their money, but it was going to the wrong address and didn't have a forwarding address. So the money was coming back to her undeliverable. But the carrier wasn't getting their money. So guess what they did?
File a claim.
Exactly. That's how we found out.
But how's that even possible? Like
How is it possible? All you need is the MC. See, this is why I don't agree with publishing your MC numbers and DOT numbers.
Jesus.
Yeah, they should be verified somehow.
Exactly. Well, not only that, they should not be public information. That's like putting your social security number and date of birth out there. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, if someone has your social security number and date of birth, what can they do with it?
A lot of damage.
Exactly. So what's a DOT number and an MC number? It's basically the same thing on a business level. Everything you do with any of these companies you set up with any of the load boards, central dispatch, you run loads. All that is what? Correspondence with what? MC number and your DOT number. Right? They got everything they need. Because when you go to central dispatch, what are you doing with central dispatch? You're either gonna sign up as what? And this is how easy it was. And still is to do, really, when you think about it. When you go to central dispatch and you sign up with central dispatch, you're either gonna sign up as a what? Dealer and shipper, broker, or carriers. Now if you sign up as a broker, right? This is how it works right here. This is all they really need. Okay? You're gonna do this setup, sign up now, you know, there's no charge, you're gonna click that. And what are they asking you for? Describe your business, your company name, right?
Yeah, but don't they run a credit check and this and that on your company to make
sure everything's and if they do, what does that tell them? It's gonna tell them that we have our RB. They ran the credit check on RBBS transport, right? So she gave them what? Our business name and our DOT number. But when she go in here and put in the email address, she's not putting our email. She's putting her email address in. As a contact, as a phone number to contact the company, she's putting what? Her phone number in. So they're running our credentials, but they're contacting her under the assumption that she is what?
That she's you.
Either me, or she works for us, or she has some type of, some type of authority, some type of position within our firm. And with that, she was able to book loads on here like crazy. Why? Because the money was being sent where? To her. And she was making the payments to the carrier.
Do you think you would have ever caught that if she hadn't paid that one carrier?
No, probably not. I mean, why would we have? No claims were being filed. Everybody was being paid on time. In fact, up until then, she was building a great, book of business for us, without us knowing it. You understand what I'm saying? So,
Yeah, the only problem with that was you wasn't getting no profit off it.
Exactly. we were not benefiting from it financially. So, look, and so with that, our investors wanted to look at, of course, that when something happens, that spooks your investors, right? Board of trustees, everybody gets spooked. So they started then we started going into discussion, how can we limit our liability? How can we limit the risk to our investors, right? And one of the things that we came up with, well, let's go to a dispatch firm. Why? Because dispatch firms don't really have any liability. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And since we already have a nice book of business, we can easily swap over to a dispatch firm. Yeah, we lost about 100 so owner operators that was normally working with us, and just company drivers and carrier groups like that. We lost a bunch of them, but we retained a lot of them too. How we came up with our current 317 carriers that we book freight. Okay. But before we was at almost 600. But we lost a lot because we switched from the brokerage firm to a dispatch. Okay.
It's a trade-off.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's straight on. No, so, but the real deal of being a broker. Okay, I can attest for what other brokers, training platforms, teach you all or show you all or reveal to you all. But I'm pretty much sure that a lot of you have never heard a lot of this stuff before. But now that you're hearing it, you understand why it's so difficult for you to book freight and sign on with shit. Okay.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Well, this day, man, I came on late. Not sure if you went over when I asked you about that contract for the Central Dispatch.
Yeah.
Not
okay.
Sure
I've been looking for it. I've been trying to find it, and I haven't been able to find it yet. I think it's in one of my emails. Let's see here. Okay, dispatch independent, honesty, everything. Let's see. I know what does. I haven't been able to find it. The only other place I can think of that it might be at the there's another place that I might be able to pull it up. It was on tip of my thumb. It'll come back to me. It will come back to me. It will come back.
Okay.
But it will come back to me. Actually not. How can I find that? The conditions. I can't think of where it would be at right now. I have to look it up. Some other means. Let me try something. Let me try something. I might have it on another email. Outlook. It might be in our payment process. What is this? I got it in here. Nope, have it on there. Oh shoot. I thought I had it on that one, but it's not on that one. It might be on Firefox. If on there. All right. Escrows. Nope. Not there either. It's gonna be difficult. It's gonna be difficult. Let's try payroll. Was it RBBS? I think payroll. Was it our hold on. Payroll. Nah, I know the password is. That ain't it. That ain't it. That's not it. I can't remember what the password is right now. I have to look it up. It's on my other computer, but it's saved, and I just can't look. I just can't figure out what it is right now. But we had a payroll email address just for payroll processing, and I'm pretty sure that contract is there. That email. I just have to get into it and find it. Okay. Once I do that, I'll put it out so y'all can see. You should be able to go to Central Dispatch, though. You should be able to go to Central Dispatch. You should be able to go to Central Dispatch and I can't remember what my login is. I don't have it saved on this yet. I used to have it saved. I got it saved on my other computer. But once you're in the Central Dispatch, once you get into it, because I assume you have a Central Dispatch account.
Yes, I do.
Okay. Once you're in the Central Dispatch, you should be able to click on to the area where you have the brokers and see who the shippers and brokers, and you should be able to view their credentials.
Okay.
Or view their setup, and just find a contract that you like. You see what you like, or if you sign up as a shipper, click on the shippers and the dealers and see what their contracts look like, right?
Okay.
And then just model your contract after one of those.
Okay.
Find one that that you like and it's kind of compatible with what you want to do, and then just model yours after that. But in the meantime, I'll keep looking for it, and when I do find it, I'm gonna post it back on the site.
Okay. Mr. Calvin, as a dispatcher, what's the best way to sign up with Central Dispatch?
Tonight is not dispatch trading. Save that here. Save that for. Hold up. Save that for another. What time is it? And you can ask that question. I'm in about. Actually, about that time. I'm in about 5 minutes. Let me do this because I was trying to combine both these, but I can leave them both on the same thing. I was gonna end this training session and then have y'all log back in on the next one, but I just combine them both and I have the same video up twice. One would be under your back office site as the broker training. The other one would be under the curriculum, the weekly Q&A. Okay, so on YouTube it will be one thing. It's just going to be on the broker training. It's going to be titled broker / Q&A. But in your back office site, it's going to be on there twice. One in your broker training, one in your Wednesday Q&A. We were supposed to be doing this last night, but you know, it's technical difficulty. Okay. All right. With that being said, we're gonna bring the broker training part of it to a close for right now. Next week, pick up on the broker training on showing you all how to sign on the carrier. Okay. Showing you all how to do the shippers. Then we're gonna pick up on how you sign up with carriers and how you structure your paying the carriers. Okay. Everybody get that?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
All right, great. All right, so now let's go to Q&A. All right, go to Q&A. Thank y'all again for staying with us. And now we're gonna go ahead and continue with our regular schedule Wednesday night Q&A, which is all questions answered. Who wants to be first up with the first question?
Okay, since you're in Central Dispatch, can I ask that question now?
Yes, you can.
Okay. So what's the best way to sign up with Central Dispatch?
If you are a dispatcher,
Yeah, because I'm not a broker, I'm not a carrier.
but you are a shipper or a dealer. So that's basically what you are.
Okay.
Because you're going to be signing up to what? To place loads for carriers to pick up, right?
Right.
So you're going to be signed up under dealers and shippers. Because dealer and shipper is basically just a catch-all, right?
Okay.
Basically, you post the vehicles you want to ship, where they are going, and what you are willing to pay to have each of them shipped. Carriers who are already traveling your route and want to fill their trucks contact you directly to transport your vehicle. Okay?
Okay.
Those are explaining why Central Dispatch is not a shipping company. Connect you with over 13,000 carriers ready to transport your vehicle. In addition, we provide access to U.S. DOT license, insurance, and ratings for carriers as well as online dispatch. Notice here, it says nothing about you have to have a DOT number or an MC number or anything like that. Why? Because you're just going on there to post your vehicles. Right?
Correct.
Exactly. That's your way in right there. Now, what I would do is this. Make sure your business information is created in such a way that it appeals to them. Now, what I mean by that is, if you're going to be operating mainly on Central Dispatch, have your business structured the way it reflects that you are in the business of assisting clientele with transporting the vehicles across country or from one location to another. You arrange shipment, you arrange transportation. Okay, family relocation service. We help families relocate their vehicles, from to and from college. There was a guy who set up his thing. He was showed us his website the other night, and his was set up perfect.
That's me, Calvin.
Huh?
That's me.
What's your website? What's your website address again?
DZR Logistics Transport.
I think we had it on here. DZR Logistics
Transport.com.
DZR. There it is right there. No, that was on Facebook. But you've got a website too. Do you have your website on Facebook?
Yes.
It's in the About Us. There it is right there. There it is right there. All right. You see how he has set up ticket security running, right down here, free dispatch, auto transportation service. So this is basically, how you want to word your business your company description. Okay. Here at DZR Logistics Transport LLC, we specialize in automobile relocations, providing relocation services for car dealerships, college students, family, job, and more. Working with us, we ensure that you get the results you are after, okay? Including guaranteed quality service at an affordable. That work for you? Gentlemen, ask that question. Does that work for you?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, great. All right, great. All right, next question. Again, great website. The way you're set up, you shouldn't have any problems with doing business. Have you been applying the strategy of using U-Ship and Central Dispatch?
Yes, I haven't uploaded any contractors yet. That's why I haven't because I just got approved yesterday.
Okay.
So I haven't put up any contractors yet.
Okay.
Waiting on really.
Call me tomorrow, and I'll work on helping you with that. Give me a call, around about not early, because early my phone is ringing up the hood. Call me tomorrow around about 1:30, and I'll see if we can help you frame it.
Okay.
All right. But as you all can see, his website.
No, I just got.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, I muted.
Go ahead, ma'am.
Oh, sorry. I just got my first contract back just now today for a car haul.
Okay, you're breaking up. You say you just got your contract back signed today for a car haul,
My first one, yes.
All right. Now, I'm gonna tell you on something. You don't have to have a dispatch agreement with an auto hauler to make money dispatching auto haulers. Okay? Because if you have and let me get something with y'all now. The dispatch agreement, the auto hauler's dispatch agreement, you worded that a little bit differently than the regular dispatch agreement, right?
Yes.
All right. How did you word that? Because you didn't say that with 10%. You said that you get a percentage of the. How did you word that?
I said 7%. He agreed to 7%.
All right. So you're going to dispatch an auto hauler at 7% of the load fee. So if you get a deal where you got someone on U-Ship, they're willing, and you bid $1,800. That bid is accepted, right?
Right.
Right. You're gonna pay that auto hauler what?
Yes. Wait, how much did you say? It's breaking up. I'm sorry.
Okay, based on what you just told me, if you get something on U-Ship, and you go to U-Ship and you see something on U-Ship and you make a bid for $1,800 and you win that bid, right?
1,800. Okay.
That's 1,800. So when you go to pay that auto hauler to move that vehicle, that $1,800, right?
Yeah.
You're gonna get $126.
Yes.
All right. Does everybody see the inherent problem there? I mean, it's great for the auto hauler.
Yep.
Right? All right.
Yeah, because you're not making much.
Exactly. Now, here's the reason why. And look. That's right now. The average auto hauler on Central Dispatch, they are used to being paid somewhere between $150 per car to maybe $300-400 per car. Every now and then they get around $500. So that's about what they, on average, is somewhere between that $150 and $350 per car. Okay, they may have 9 cars or 10 cars or 20 cars to move or something like that. Now, if you're working directly with an auto hauler, right, and you have them on the contract, and your contract is for 7%, what happens now? You could make quite a bit of money. Let's say if you were it still wouldn't be that much. Let's say if you you contacted a dealership, right? And you got that dealership to sign on with you so you can move the cars from the auction. Let's say that dealership has 30 cars that need to be moved. That dealership is willing to pay, let's say, $250 per car, right?
Okay. 30 cars?
Yeah, 30 cars, $250 per car. That's $7,500, right?
Yes.
According to you, your cut of that is going to be $525, which is not bad.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Right? That's not bad. Now, let me tell you how we do that. If I am working a deal with a car dealership, I call up a car dealership and I say, he says, well, I got a guy that can do it for $175. I understand. But if you need your cars moved right and very quickly, I can do it for $375 per car. Okay? Let's say I land that with the car dealership for $300 a car. All right?
Yes.
$300 a car. All right? Now, out of that, here's what I am going to do. I'm probably going to pay that auto hauler $200 per car. Because the average what they normally get from a dealership is $150 to what? $175 per car. So I'm going to offer that auto hauler $200 per car, right? So if I'm on a 30 car move, right, with that auto hauler, times what? The auto hauler is getting $200.
30.
Okay, auto hauler is getting $200 a car, right?
So you're getting 100 for 30 cars. It's a lot more.
Exactly. So the auto hauler is making $6,000. I'm making what? 3,000 versus you making what?
500.
Yeah. 6 times more.
Yeah.
Well, I wish I would have talked to you yesterday.
Well, you probably should have went and watched our video on auto hauler.
I've been catching up on all the videos, but I didn't get to that one.
Yeah. Now, here's another thing you can do too. Now, remember we talked about Central Dispatch and UShip, right?
Yeah.
So if you're on UShip, all right, if you're on UShip,
it all happened so fast for me.
I know. Hey, you're getting it done. All right.
I called a whole bunch of people. No one said anything. No one sent me back the agreement. Finally, I had one. I was excited.
Yeah, I wish I was on my other laptop.
Everybody is DJ.
Whoa. I don't know what y'all got going on, but come on now. Watch that. I don't know what somebody's got going on back there, but a little open mics. All right. If you're on UShip, this is basically how it works. Okay. Let's say you're looking for shipments and you're picking up something out of, say, Tampa. So you want to look for people who have posted cars leaving out of Tampa, right? You're not gonna put a delivery. You're just gonna put just anywhere. What you want to do is you want to look for these right here. So this is what we do. Okay? This is how we do it. Excuse me. All right, and you're looking for the quotes, and basically what you're doing is you're gonna go through and you're gonna cherry pick on the quote. Okay, you're gonna go over here. You're gonna cherry pick on the quotes. You're gonna go through here and you're gonna look for the quotes that were at least $1,800. Right? You can go through here. There's one right there. Okay, that's the lowest quote was $1,800. Right? You look at that one. I'm gonna bid what on that? Can anybody tell me what I'm gonna bid on that?
No clue.
I said it's like what 1855. I said around 1,200.
No, I'm gonna cut that bad boy in half. So see, here's what you don't want to do. Look at this one down here. $4,700 is the bid. Now this is probably some type of big equipment, right? Some type of heavy equipment. Probably what that is. That's not that big. Oh, yeah, look at that. That's a platted screen printing equipment. I don't want to do that one. All right. No Caterpillar, don't want to work with that one. Let's go back up to this one that was $2,500. That's a one-bedroom apartment. Hold on. Let me do this. Let me do vehicles and boats, like cars and trucks. There we go. Now, let's stay in the right. Let's stay there with the right commodity. All right. Stay with the right commodity. All right. Now we are looking for bids that is at least $1,800. Because what are we gonna do? We're going to go through. We're gonna cherry pick. We'll look at the one that's $1,800 or better. Nothing right there. Nothing coming out of Tampa area that's someone has bid it more than $1,800 on. So we're gonna stay away from these right here. And the reason why is let's look for Miami.
Well, there was one in there for 1,400. You couldn't do it with that?
No. And it will become very clear. It will become very clear to you in a second. And you've got plenty of stuff to choose from. You can go through here and just kind of cherry pick. You don't have to jump in here and set up with stuff. This one right here, 26. All right, this is a Jaguar that's being picked up. It's going where? It's going out of the country somewhere. Pristine. We don't want to deal with that one. We want to set it. Colorado. Here's one's going to Colorado. Miami going to Colorado. All right, $2,500. Right now, what you're gonna have here is people who are making a bunch of quotes. Let's look at this one real quick. From Miami to Miller. That's not at our threshold, but I wanted to show you because it's got 21 quotes. What would y'all think that the quotes were differential-wise? It's got 21 quotes, right? What would y'all think that the quotes were coming down on how much coming down between each quote? What's the difference between each quote?
Probably maybe like $20 or $10.
Exactly, and that's the problem. Not only is that the problem for them, but that's your advantage. Because when you see stuff like this, that's what I call they're just nitpicking. And you are giving the person that posted this a reason to just sit there and watch you all just go into a bidding war. Right? 19 quotes and no one's won that bid yet. You want to know why? Because they're just nitpicking. All right? 19 quotes. And if you look at what the quotes were, look at this. You all see what this was? Y'all see that? The nitpicking. It started out at 1,600, right?
Right.
Then 1,391, 1,313, 1,307, 1,294, 1,288, 1,286. Now, what will we come in and do? We come and cut that bad boy in half. Exactly. Why would you do that? Because you want to knock all this riffraff out of the water. That's why we only quote on stuff that's $1,800 or more. Because it gives you enough room to do what? Cut it in half.
Make money and the carrier make money.
Exactly. Knock everybody else out of the water, and both you and the carrier can make good money. Because if you came in and you cut this in half, the person who's sitting there posting this wouldn't just sit there, oh, let's see who's gonna go the lowest. They're gonna see that you cut that bad boy in half. Whoa! I'm half. Let's contact this person. That person just got my attention and just won that bid. Y'all see the strategy behind it now?
Now, I'm sorry to cut you off,
Okay.
but is it going to be hard for you to move that load once you cut it in half?
No, not if you only been on loads that's $1,800 or more, because you cut it in half makes that a $900 bid, right?
Right.
So if you got a $900 bid, and you went over to Central Dispatch, and you posted this load over there for what, $700? Aha! Or $600. When on Central Dispatch, the carriers are used to getting what?
You said 175 or to 300.
Exactly, 150 to $300. So if you go there and you post, I got a pickup in Miami, Florida, that's going to wherever it was going, right? Because remember, how does Central Dispatch work? Y'all remember what they said and how Central Dispatch works? Where we at? Back on Central Dispatch. Y'all remember what they said, how Central Dispatch works? How it works for shipping. You post the vehicles you want to ship, where they are going, and what you are willing to pay to have each of them shipped. Carriers who are already traveling your route and want to fill their trucks. In other words, you got an 11-car hauler, you guys got 8 cars on his 11-car hauler. Each one of those cars on his 11-car hauler he has right now, he was getting paid $150 to $300 per car. He is picking up somewhere in Miami, so he's already traveling towards past Miami, and his destination is on the way to the way where you want to have your vehicle dropped off at. So when he sees that, I've got 8 cars on my truck already. They're paying me $250, $300 a car. Ooh, here's somebody that can just stop by and pick this up and make another what? $500. Another $600. Now you're starting to get it?
Yeah. Now, quick question. What's the proper way to set up a profile on YouShip?
It's pretty much the same. YouShip is basically just an open source thing. Okay. Private individuals, they come here and they set up stuff on YouShip. You want to set up YouShip pretty much the same when you set up with what's called. You want to put your business on here, right? And when you set up with YouShip, sign up. When you sign up, you're gonna let them know that basically gonna sign up where it says shippers meet carriers, carriers meet shippers. You're signing up as a carrier, but you are really a carrier representative.
Okay.
You understand? Because that's what you are. You're independent dispatcher. You represent carriers, right? So when you sign up your business, you're gonna do just what he did, right here. Y'all see this? You're gonna pretty much do what he did. Auto transportation service.
Okay.
Right? We specialize in automobile relocations. Which is basically what these people over here on YouShip are what? Looking for. Right?
Right.
So when you sign up with YouShip, that's how you're gonna sign up. And basically what you're doing is you're taking the 2 platforms and you're combining them. Right? If you combine them, you can just go through here and just cherry pick and look for the ones that's paying, and this is why I say stick with $1,800 or more. And I would make a bid on everything that's more than $1,800. There have been days that I've placed 50 bids on YouShip. 50 bids. And won about 25 to 30 of them. So then I had 30 placements on what? Central Dispatch. Y'all see how that works? And there have been some cases where if I posted 30 things on Central Dispatch, I had about 25 of them that got picked up. The other 5 that didn't pick up, I had to pay what? YouShip, get what? Like a cancellation fee, 15%, which is their cut.
You don't get penalized in Central Dispatch, correct?
Not on Central Dispatch. You get penalized on YouShip if you don't deliver a pickup for that vehicle as you have promised.
Okay.
You got to pay a 15%, like a rebooking, like a restocking, 15% of the bid. Okay.
15% of what you bid.
Exactly. All right.
Okay. Thank you.
But you all can easily see how you can garnish yourself $1,000 a day just using this technique. Yeah. If you don't see something, I'm in Miami, you go through and you put in Jacksonville and just keep going through until you get yourself enough, right? Then you get yourself enough bids to satisfy what you're trying to do. You just go through and you look what it, nothing coming out of Jacksonville that's paying money. Let's look for, let's just say Florida. Let's just hit Florida altogether. Let's do it that. And then you can hit Georgia, you can hit Mississippi, you can hit, you know, just whatever. Okay, there's one right there, $1,800. 2 vehicles for transport, Oakland, Florida, going to Phoenix, Arizona. Okay, I'll cut that in half. 2 vehicles, $1,800, $55. 900 some odd dollars. That means that you can put them on there, or what you call it, say that you can pay the carrier what, $800, right? $400 a vehicle, right? That's still better than what he normally gets, right? You can run on down here and see what else they got. I just keep running through them until I find the ones that are paying the highest, and I make bids on them. Now, it used to be you find this stuff, no problem whatsoever. Here's one right here, 2 vehicles for transport. One to Seattle, from Orlando to Seattle, Washington. $11,550. So, what's the last the offer? What you gonna do? Cut that bad boy in half, right? Because you can easily get that transported on what's called 2 vehicles for around what, 5,500, right? Cut it in half to 5,500. You're pretty much gonna win that deal. Bam, right off rip, right? So you cut it in half, 5,500, and then you offer it on Central Dispatch for what? I'd offer it for 4,000. Make myself $1,500. Here is getting what? $2,000 vehicle. Bam! You know somebody's leaving out of Orlando, heading up towards the Washington area, is gonna pick that bad boy up. Especially if they're already on their way there and they've got a carrier that's got 2 spaces available, right?
Right.
So they may only be getting at top $500 a car. And you offer them what, $2,000 a car. And you make yourself $1,000, you know, the hoop, knowing that. Then you run on down here, and then you find you another one to bid on, right? Nothing else in Florida. Well, hold on, we got more stuff here. Pick more options and just keep looking and keep looking and just keep bidding. Okay. Here's one right here, $2,600. Ford F-150. Cut that in half. $1,050.
Yeah, you
win
get
that
the
big.
same- you could get the same carrier to pick that one up because it's on his way.
Exactly. So look at the quotes.
Yeah.
And I guarantee you they're nitpicking it to death. And the person who posted just sitting back, just letting them nitpick it. Right? That's all they're doing. They're just sitting back, letting them nitpick it. Look at these quotes. Started out, look at that. The quote started out at $25.45. Right? Then it's like somebody had bid it $1,400 and won it, but it expired. So in other words, they didn't pick it up. See what I'm saying? Now here it is, but $25.45 is where it started out at. See how they just nitpicking it? Nitpicking. This could go on for another 2 weeks like this, right? There's no incentive for the person that's posted it to jump on and say, hey, I like what you did, let's go for it, right? What you do is just end all this. End all this. Say, here, I'll take it for, $1,050. I guarantee you, this person right here is gonna be calling you up. Then you post it on Central Dispatch for what, $600, $700? You still make yourself what, $300, $400? See how that works now?
Yeah.
You mean to tell me you can't just sit here and cherry pick like this all day long? You can literally just sit here and just go through and just cherry pick. You got 48 states to deal with. Now, I'll give you a little hint. Stay in the southern states, on the lower half of the United States, on your pickups. Because when you get into stuff that's being picked up state, those carriers up there, they're used to getting paid $600, $700, $800, $900, sometimes $1,000 per car. Okay, there's one here. This is going to Toronto. That's still doable because you have carriers that do run up into Canada, especially with auto hauls. So you may get someone to pick that up. Now I would still cut it in half to about 1140, right? But I would put it on Central Dispatch. I would leave myself some room. I would give them a higher fee to entice someone to grab this and run it up there. You see what I'm saying? So I would put that on. If I bid it like 1140, I would put it on Central Dispatch by 800. Right, with my $240. You know what I'm saying? 900. I'll put it in for 900, and take my 240. Let them ride it out at 900. There's one right here. There's that Jaguar. So on and so on. And that's what you do. You just go through your cherry pick on UChip. There's one for 2,500. So you bid, cut that in half. That's a Lamborghini, y'all. Cut that in half, and they'll probably jump all over that. $1,250. Post that for about 900, close to $1,000. Carrier would love to grab that bad boy and pick it up and make $1,000, $300. All right. But just on this little short time right here, we was able to look at this and see how you and we identified what at least 5 or 6 of them that we can make bids on, right? So you're looking at a possible right there of about close to $2,000 being made just from those 5 or 6 bids, because you were averaging somewhere between $200 and $300 made on each one of them. Y'all see how that works?
Yes.
Yes.
Don't ask me why other people never figured this out. I know we were the first one to do it. When I looked at the 2 sites, I immediately saw a perfect match or perfect marriage in using the 2 sites together instead of just using them separately. You know, by combining this, by using this strategy to combine both those platforms, you know, you can create a pretty good strategy to make yourself at least $1,000 a day. This requires you to go through and kind of, you know, pick and choose and make sure you have a good strategy in place. Okay.
You have is it possible I could ask a question about business structure or payment?
Yeah.
I was a freight broker agent,
Okay.
and I brokered a few loads under my existing company. And I know you said you had to have a separate entity in order to dispatch. To set up my Square Up, can I use my personal until I get my EIN back from the IRS and all of that?
Okay.
For the dispatch company?
Whoa. Why does it take you so long to get an EIN?
I'm not sure. Is this something I can get instantly?
Yeah, an EIN number you can get like in 3 minutes.
Oh, okay. So I can.
Yeah, you just simply go to irs.gov, which we are right here. Okay.
Uh-huh.
All right, you go to irs.gov and you go up here. It says search. You put in EIN application.
Okay.
And it pulls it up. Apply for your employee identification number, EIN, online.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, determine your eligibility and apply online for employee identification number, EIN. Now, once you do that, takes you over to the EIN area, right? And this is what you're going to need to determine your eligibility. You may apply for EIN if your principal business is located in the United States. Boom, so you get that. The person applying online must have a valid taxpayer identification number or social security number, whatever, or EIN. You got that. You are limited to one EIN per reasonable party per day, right? So you can only do one per day. And you can do it many EINs if you want to, really. Okay, but you only allow one per day.
Right.
The responsible party is a person who ultimately owns or controls the entity, or who exercises ultimate effective control over the entity, unless the applicant is a government entity. Responsible party must be an individual. So you pass that criteria, right? Understand the online application. You must complete the application in one session, as you would not be able to save and return at a later date. Your session will expire after 15 minutes of inactivity, and you will need to start over. So make sure once you start, you complete it. Submit your application. After all validations are done, you will get your EIN number upon completion. You can then download, save, and print your EIN confirmation. So it takes about 3 to 4 minutes. You have your EIN number.
Okay.
Okay, so you don't have to wait for that. Now, as far as when you're doing your EIN number, make sure you let them know that you want to be either. Obviously, file as an LLC. Okay, don't file as a sole proprietorship, because if you file as a sole proprietorship, you can only get one EIN. It has to be for that same. Well, you can only set up one business.
Right.
Proprietorship. Your sole proprietorship, every other business you set up after that has to be under that sole proprietorship. The same one, right? But on an LLC, you can set up as many LLCs as you want. So always set your business up as an LLC. Now, you do not have to establish register your legal entity with your state right away. You have to have it done before the tax filing deadline for the upcoming tax year. So in other words, that deadline is what? April 15th, 2021. So you have to have, immediately get your EIN number, but you can get that done, that's no problem. Now, you can go ahead on and pay for your LLC filing, which is usually about $275 to $400, depending on which state you're in. Here in Florida, I think it's like $375. Okay, and I got mine done through rocketlawyer.com. Okay, but your EIN number is free. You can go ahead and set up your business name, tell them what your business name is going to be, whole 9 yards, and when they do your EIN confirmation notice, you can download it. You have it printed out nice, EIN number, your business name, everything's right there, all legal. Done. Just that quick.
Okay, got it.
Somebody's got a lot of stuff. Somebody's got a lot of stuff going on in the background. I don't know who that is. Yeah, who this is. I'm not sure what y'all got going on there, but a lot of stuff in the background. All right. Next question.
Hey, Mr. Butler.
And just one more thing. Now, please don't pay someone to get you an EIN number. I know there's stuff online that you all see, or people charge you to do the EIN. Don't do that. Okay, don't do that. This is very simple. You go to irs.gov, click the apply online. And when you click it, it's going to take you right over to the EIN assistant, and you can do this stuff real quick, fast, and a hurry. Right there. I need an EIN. You start to hit begin your application, and once you hit begin the application, you got 15 minutes. Then you're just going to pick your business, like say, limited liability company. You're going to pick that. Then you hit And just go right through it. It really is just that simple. All right? All right. Go on, what's your question?
Mr. Butler, can you
Yes,
hear
sir.
me?
Yeah.
I have a question. I wanna get your advice. I'm a freight broker. I'm a new freight broker though. I have one truck that my brother just purchased, and I want to incorporate that into my company. My company is PTBS Logistics.
What do you mean? Now, what do you mean you want to incorporate it into your company?
Well, I want to run his truck. But I don't have. I have to get some freight for him.
Okay.
And what kind of trouble would I run into if I was to operate his truck?
Well, first thing you're gonna run into is getting the shipper to work with you when you only got one truck.
Got one truck.
Mm-hmm. You got to give a shipper a reason to work with you. Okay. Your best bet right now, and you both are local. I mean, you both are right in the same place.
Yes, sir.
All right. Here's your best bet. Do you have an industrial? You have an industrial park there?
Excuse me?
Is there an industrial park?
Industrial park?
Yeah.
No, not in our location.
Okay, where you from?
I'm from Slidell, Louisiana.
There's no industrial. There's no.
There may be a small. There is a small business park off of Highway 11 in Slidell, but it's small.
Okay. Okay. You ever travel down to New Orleans or Baton Rouge?
Yes, I've been.
Now I know they got some big industrial parks there. Mm-hmm. Right?
Yes.
Go and personally visit some industrial parks and let them know you have a truck you want to ship freight for. And what they're gonna do is they'll probably set you up on a dedicated lane. Okay, because they're not gonna sign you up to a broker shipper contract because there's no way you can fulfill that big of the size of a contract when you only have one truck. Or you must show them that you have the ability to go out and contract more trucks.
Okay.
Okay. Now, you could let them know that you plan on using load boards because you have access to more than 100 load boards. Look up trucks on load boards. You have access. You can word it like this: I have access to more than which you do. You have access to more than 20,000 trucks. Now, I wouldn't go that high and tell them that. I was gonna have access to at least a couple of thousand owner operators, which you do.
Okay.
Now, you don't have that many owner operators under contract, no, but you have access. But then we give y'all access to your truck locator site, so you how to pull up every owner operator in every state, right?
Yes.
So what I would do is I would create a website that's pretty much like the one that we showed you all that we created, right? Mm-hmm. I would create a website and create a website where you can allow your carriers to find you all and to onboard with you. Okay. You basically gotta create something that says your company name. We currently pay carriers. What do you plan on paying carriers?
Okay. I have a website.
Okay. But what do you plan on paying the carriers? What percentage are you plan on paying the carriers?
I have to go over that because I don't know if I'm going to pay them by cents per mile or by the week.
Now, what you want to do is this. You want to simplify this. All right, you're going to let the carriers. You're not going to tell them you're going to pay them X cents per mile because you don't know if you can pay them X cents per mile yet because you don't know what the freight is paying, right?
Right.
So you don't want to dig yourself in that hole. What you want to do is you're going to say we pay carriers 73 1/3% of the load fee, or we pay carriers up to 80% of the load fee, or we pay carriers 75% of the load fee. You see how that works?
Yes. I like that idea.
Yeah. So simplify it and let them know what you're willing to pay carriers. If you're willing to pay up to 90%, say 90%. That would be one of the highest in the industry, and you'll definitely get a lot of carriers attention. But you can't afford to have very many mistakes if you're only collecting 10%. You understand?
Yes.
So I would, put it at around 75 to 80%. Because you're new, you need to get people signed on with you. On average, most brokerage firms pay carriers 73 to 30%, or 70%, and they keep 30%. They make 30%, carrier takes 70%, or they make 27%, the carrier takes 73%, or they make 75%, carrier makes 75%, they keep 25%. So I would make it somewhere between that 75 and 80%.
Okay.
80% should be good for you. You keep 20%, and that would give the carriers, good, reason to sign on with.
Yeah, I'd rather, because if I do get any carriers, that I like to keep, then I would want to pay them so that they'll stay. So that 80%.
And make sure you sign up with a factory company.
Okay.
So then you can say we offer quick pay and all that type of stuff. Some factory companies even have advanced pay. So you get half your pay up front before you actually deliver the load.
Okay.
Okay, so you should get a factoring company.
So I need my own factoring company?
Yeah, you gotta, as a broker, you're gonna want to have your own factoring company.
Yeah, I got one that I've been talking
to. Yeah, as a broker, you're gonna want to have your own factoring.
A lot of them like you to be making so much money per month. Who?
The factoring company?
Yeah.
Ain't nothing wrong with them making money.
Well, I'm saying that they like you to be making like maybe $20,000, $30,000 a month. The ones that I've been running into, I know they got some out there that'll work with you if you're a new broker.
I mean, what's wrong with factory companies making $20,000, $30,000 a month?
Well, they have to be making that. I'm not making that.
What do you mean how are they making it? If you're only making that if you're running enough business over to them. I have a saying: never try to count another man's pocket, another man's pocket. Mm-hmm. Don't ever do that, because all you're gonna do is frustrate yourself. Trust me on that. Don't ever get in the habit of trying to count someone else's money. Right? Yeah. If a factoring company is offering a service, and that service is they're willing to pay up front and wait on the money. Now, if you're willing to wait 120 days to get your money, then you can talk about, you can go ahead and say, well, I ain't got to pay the factory company, but you're willing to wait for your money, which means your carriers got to wait for the money. Nobody's going to wait 90 to 120 days to get paid, right? You don't want to wait 90 to 100 days to get paid. So a factory company is providing a valuable service for their 2%, 3%, some cases even 5%. I don't think that's too much to pay for that type of service. To get my money now, and then they take the risk of waiting for the money. And if a shipper doesn't pay them, guess what? If you've got non-recourse factoring, right, which costs a little bit more, because they're taking all the risk. If that shipper don't pay, they're not going to do what? Charge you back for it. They keep the money and they just swallow that.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand.
So if a factory company is making $20,000 to $30,000 per month solely off of you, that means you're providing them with enough business, which means you are making what? If they're making that much, you're making what? A ton more, right?
That's correct. Yes.
So don't worry about counting someone else's pocket. Let them make their money. That's the nature of business. You're in business to make money. They're in business to make money. The shipper is in business to make money. The carrier is in business to make money. Okay?
Okay.
So, and I see that a lot in this industry where people are worried about how much money you are making. I never worry about that. If someone tells me this is what they charge, and if I can afford to pay it, guess what? As long as I'm making money, I don't care what they're making.
Right. Being new, that's my problem. Being new, I'm not sure about how much money I can make yet because I haven't really secured a contract yet. So that's my biggest
concern. Assured, the factoring company's not going to make any money off of you if you don't make money first. Simple as that. But they only make money when you make money, right?
That's right.
That,
I'm in it to make money, and I want to make money for other people. You know,
exactly.
my clients.
I hope my factory company makes $1 million a month off me. That's what I want to get them up to, because if they make $1 million, I'm making what? $100 million a month.
That's right.
Understand?
Yeah. Okay.
That's how you gotta look at it, man. That's how you gotta look at it. Right? You know, I hate this thing called a hookup. If you ask any of my family members, because a lot of my family members are business owners. I had an uncle who owns he digs graves for a living in North Florida, Baltimore Center. And y'all over down here in Gaston County, y'all know who he is. That's T. Wilson, North Florida, Baltimore Center. And I'm not gonna say how much money he was making, but I was surprised to find out how much money he was making. So back when I was selling cars, he came out and he bought a couple of trucks from me, and he taught me a valuable lesson. He sat down, he was buying these 2 big diesel trucks, and I said, "Well, I'm gonna give you I'm gonna give you a family discount." "No, I don't give me no discount, Cap." He said, "I know you got a family, man. You got a daughter. You're trying to support. You got mouths to feed. Charge me the full price. Why? Because I can afford it. And if I want anybody to make this money, I want you to make it." Y'all understand that?
Yes.
Hey, he taught me a very valuable lesson that day. He said, "Don't ever offer someone a hookup and don't ask for a hookup." Why? Because if your family members are not willing to pay you a good profit margin, then they're not doing you any favors by asking for a hookup. They should want you to
help each other, basically.
Yeah, they should want you to make money.
Right.
Right? If anybody should want you to make money, your family and friends should want you to make money.
Exactly.
Okay, so from that day on, that taught me a very valuable lesson, about the hookup. Okay, I don't do hookups. I don't ask for hookups. My wife will tell you, we go out to eat, I try to tip the most. Why? Because if I got good service, guess what? I'm on tip them. We go pay for something. I don't ask for a discount, especially if they're a family member or a good friend.
Yeah, see, and that's the thing with my family. We don't have business people in our family. I'm the first one that started a business, and then I'm trying to bring my brother in it because I'm learning that there's money in this business.
Oh, there's a ton of money.
So, if I can help him to make money, I can get him in here so we can work together and make some money. That's what I've been in the business now. I've been a broker now for a year, and it's been slow rolling.
we just talked about that, the broker credit. I just said that there's some people who've been in this business for a year. I was a broker and haven't booked a load yet.
I haven't booked one load.
Haven't landed shipping yet. Why? Because them shippers won't sometimes. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You probably called a bunch of shippers, right?
I've been calling. It's just they have requirements,
Exactly. That's what we're talking about. And some of those requirements are they want you to have liquid assets in the bank. They want you to have 7 references. It says you've been doing $200,000 to $300,000 worth of business 6 months in a row without a break. They want you to have a pay index to Dun & Bradstreet of at least 92. They want you to have all this stuff. And a lot of
finding out.
and a lot of them, they want you to do a prepaid for your loads.
So, I don't know how that works.
Well, trust me, it works that way. Because if you're gonna get signed on with a bunch of them, you have to prepay for those loans. Okay? It is difficult. It is difficult for a first-year broker to make money. You spend a lot of money. You spend money.
Spend a lot of money.
Yeah,
still spending money.
Yeah, exactly. You gotta spend money. It's very difficult for you all to make money. That's why we have these strategies on how to use central dispatch, things like that, to allow you all to be able to go in and make at least $1,000 a day.
Well,
So,
am I gonna have any money? Am I gonna have any trouble moving his truck for him? He just bought his truck. Now, I'm
well,
willing to drive it for him. Cause
look, here's the thing. You're both brand new, man. Well. You got some seasons now. You've been in business. Your bond has almost a year season, right?
yeah,
So it should start becoming easier for you to get in the door with shit because you hit that mark where you weathered the storm. Okay, now you have seasoning on your bond, so you'll be able to get more and more shippers to work with you now. You have seasoning now. Now, what you got to do is you got to build your business structure where it's attractive to ship. Okay. Now, once you've done that, yeah, you're gonna have some shippers that they're gonna say, "Well, we don't want him moving out because he's a new carrier. His MC number is too new." But then you're gonna have a lot of shippers that don't really care about that, as long as you got the proper insurance. Okay, so it's a balancing act. Okay, y'all have never heard me tell you all that brokering is easy. It is not.
nah,
I'm not gonna sit here and tell you that now. I'm not gonna insult your intelligence like that. I know there's a lot of freight brokers trainers out there that say, "Oh man, you can do it as easy as this is not ain't into it." Boom.
nothing easy about it.
Bull crap. There's a lot to it. Okay, and one thing y'all can count on is I'm always gonna tell you what's really up. Okay, but then on the other side of that, I'll tell you and show you all ways to still make money as a broker. You gotta think outside the box. You got to think outside the box and be willing to be innovative and kind of do some things that you've never heard of before. Just because you've never heard of it, don't mean that it won't work for you.
Try to get things rolling so that you can be able to do more.
Exactly. All right.
I have one for you, Calvin.
All right. Pretty good. What's the question?
Damien, I'm working with a carrier and I'm planning on getting my own authority. And I was telling him about, just the way you said to use one truck to, sign up on a company. And he asked me today, what if we sign up drivers and, a driver decide, let's say, leave a load on the side of the road, if it would affect basically my MC or it would affect my MC, right?
Well, that's why you have insurance.
Okay.
That's the whole reason why you have insurance. Now you got to have a way of recovering that load, getting it picked up and getting it, delivered.
Okay.
And whatnot. Now, what type of financials are you all working with?
Well, we haven't started going over any numbers as yet. I'm just telling them strategy, and how.
All right. If you can afford it, it's actually a good idea as a backup to have something worked out with Penske. You know what I'm saying? Because if you have enough drivers and not enough trucks, let's say if something happened and your load is left beside the road or something, right? If you've got a contract or something worked out with Penske where they can supply you with the truck, real quick and easy, trailer real or whatever, truck real quick and easy, you go pick it up and go run somebody out there to pick up and recover that load, right? It may cost you a little bit more, but you won't suffer the consequences of having an abandoned load on your record, right?
Got you.
Okay, so if you don't have enough trucks in reserve, you may want to work out something with someone like Penske or one of those companies where you can lease a truck real quick, fast in a hurry, run out there, grab it, and get it done.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because you asked a question about what happens if a load is left beside the road. You really don't want that attached to your company. So you always want to have a backup and find a way to get someone out there to grab that grab that abandoned load and get it and deliver. You may lose money on the load, but you'll lose a lot more if you let that load just sit there and become an abandoned load. Okay?
Got it.
All right. Any more questions? You got time for about 2 more. I'm gonna shut it down for tonight.
Quick question to add on to his, but can the driver held liable due to the fact that they abandoned that load though? It's
Yeah, you gotta be liable. What good is that gonna do you?
okay.
I mean, it's still your company name, right? Ultimately, you are responsible.
Yeah, because he's using your authority.
Exactly. They're running under your authority. So it's your name and your reputation that's on the line.
But to avoid something like that, can he draw up a contract with the driver?
I mean, what are you gonna? I mean, there is no avoiding something like that. You can only lessen your likelihood of something like that. That's why you have insurance. You know, there's no bulletproof vest that you can put on to stop that from happening forever. All right. That's like saying, how do you stop it? How would you? What type of agreement? What type of contract would stop a driver from abandoning a load if they decided that they wanted to abandon on that load? You don't have them hooked up to like a dead man switch. Say, hey, you abandon the load, you're gonna die. You can't have that, right? You don't have them hooked up to like to some type of electric shock, socks. You abandon the load. You're gonna feel it. But you can't. If someone wants to do something, I mean, you can't stop them, right?
Right. And as I explained to him, I said, listen, a lot of carriers not going to do stuff like that when you treat a carrier good.
Exactly. It's all in how you build your relationships.
Yep.
Okay? You have to communicate. Make sure you have a good lines of communication open with the carrier. Make sure you build a relationship with carriers. Treat them right, and chances are they will treat you right. Now, there's no guarantee in that, but that's just the nature of the business. With any time you step out and become a business owner, you take some risks. Okay? That's what it means to be an entrepreneur. As entrepreneurs, we take risks. That's why only 10% of the population is independently wealthy. And the other 90% just want to follow like sheep, but they're not willing to take risks. Only 10% of the population is actually willing to take risks. You understand?
Gotcha.
And one more thing I want to leave y'all with is this. There have never been great gains or great growth or anything that was measurable that was done inside the box. Every person that has made great gains, built great companies, achieved huge success, they all operated outside of the box. They all took risks. They all operated from a position of being uncomfortable. In order to make great gains, you have to make yourself uncomfortable. You cannot sit back and just, I'm comfortable, man. I'm comfortable at my little Walmart job. I'm comfortable at my state job or my federal job. And guess what? We're going to always be just a federal employee. We're going to always just make whatever the money that a federal employee makes. You're never going to make it a real moral or any type of real measurable, yes. Because you're staying within the box. You're staying in that comfortability.
That's where some people want you in that box.
Exactly.
They can make money off of you.
Exactly. So you want to get outside of that box. You want to put yourself in an uncomfortable position, because that's where great gains are made. Okay. With that being said, we're gonna call it for tonight. I really do appreciate each and every last one of you all. Hope y'all got something out of tonight's training. I'm happy to say my internet is all worked out. Everything works great. Speed is great. You know,
Yeah, I noticed it is working really good. You know, I just joined your organization, but when I first got out, I was having trouble, because it was freezing at time.
Yeah.
But we went right through. We went right through here today.
Yeah, we got the Affinity guy finally came out and got us hooked up and got us set up and everything.
That's your new house?
Yeah, this is our new home. We're actually creating something outside, like a studio that we're gonna have outside.
Fantastic.
You know, our gazebo and stuff we're building.
I saw your new studio. I like it.
So we're creating something new outside right here in the backyard, off the deck and stuff. So it's probably gonna be a couple months before we get it completely finished, but you all are gonna like it. But you like it and everything. So, but yeah, we finally got moved in. It's been a long road. A lot of y'all know my story. Y'all know I started out, at a homeless shelter. Started my first business in 2008, right from a homeless shelter here in Tallahassee. So to get to where I am now, my wife and I both, business wise and in our lifestyle. I mean, I like to say it's a blessing, and it is, but it also contribute to hard work and contribute to just staying steadfast and just having faith. Because a lot of people, y'all never heard the saying, there's a statistic out there, and everybody knows it. 50% of all new businesses fail within the first year.
I hear that all the time.
Yeah, you hear that all the time, right? There's a second part of that you hardly ever hear about. Okay? Yes, it's true. 50% of all businesses do fail within the first year. But here's the second part of that. 90% of those that fail because they gave up too soon.
That's true. I believe that.
Okay? That's the only reason why they failed. They gave up too soon. They just, gave up.
Perseverance.
Exactly. They didn't. They didn't keep the faith. That they didn't, stay persistent. Persistence will get you. Persistence will bring you success when you are done. I mean, come on, Donald Trump. He's persistent, so he made money. I wouldn't call him the smartest man in the world. No, he was persistent. Okay, there's a lot of dumb billionaires. I'll be honest with you, but they are, and they became billionaires not because of what they know up here, but because they just refused to give up.
Yeah, I believe if you have a love for what you do, you're willing to, like you say, take risks.
Yeah.
And you're willing to suffer a little bit.
Yeah, you gotta ride it out.
Ride it out.
You gotta ride it out. You just gotta keep doing what you're doing, keep putting one foot in front of the other, keep going through the steps, keep doing what you're doing, and one day you're gonna look up and say, wow, I've come a long way.
Yeah.
You're gonna look back one day and be like, I really have come a long way. Because not too long ago, I mean, come on, people, I was living at a homeless shelter, walking down onto the day labor at 5:30 every morning.
Right.
Walking down to the day labor, sitting there waiting for someone to say, call my name so I can go out on a job. And 9 times out of 10, that job was in the ditch. in the Georgia, red Florida, Georgia clay in 90 to 105 degree weather.
Yeah. I hear you. That's the thing. I'm 64 years old, so I've had some job. I'm retired military.
Mm-hmm.
I've been a diesel mechanic, and I've worked as a cargo specialist. I didn't know nothing about freight brokering though. So when I was looking for a way to replace, I didn't want to stop working. So when I looked for a way to replace my job, my work,
mm-hmm.
I looked into this and I found this freight brokering and agents and just hauling freight. So I drove trucks for a little while, And now I like it. I'm trying to put it all in one perspective.
Yeah, I mean, this is a great industry.
And I think this is a great way to do it. This industry,
Yeah, this
it's a big industry. It ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, this industry has a wealth of opportunity. Okay, if you're willing to think outside the box, if you're willing to do the work, I mean, anybody can be successful dispatching freight or brokering freight, you know. But you got to be willing to go through the steps, and you got to be willing to kind of go through some things. The other end, I know you all see people who come on here and they've been in this for a couple of months, or they've been in it for a month or a couple of weeks, and all of a sudden you've got 29 carriers signed up. Or we had one young lady about 9-10 months ago. First week she signed up a carrier with 121 trucks just out the box.
Wow, that's impressive.
Now that doesn't happen all the time, but it can happen.
Yeah.
Right. But
that's all I need to know, that it could happen.
Exactly. But see, here's the thing. It's not gonna happen if you're not making the phone calls. It's not gonna happen if you're not in the business.
Right.
That's for sure. Okay. But but as long as you're doing the work, you're going through the steps, and you're doing it, yes, that can happen. Okay. So just keep that in mind. All right, everybody. I appreciate y'all. I will see y'all back here on Saturday, 10:15 a.m. Six Figures Booking Freight from Home show. It's gonna be a pretty good show. Appreciate every last one of y'all. Y'all keep doing what you're doing. Keep helping each other out in the chat groups. For those of you who are not members of our platform, if you like what you see, if you like what you heard, if you like what our members are doing, and if you think this platform is right for you, just simply go to mydispatcher.org. That's mydispatcher.org. That is singular, not plural. Once there, you're gonna stroll down. Once there, you're gonna stroll down, and you're gonna see a video right there. Underneath, you see where it says to enroll. Click here. Our enrollment for the individual enrollment is $349.95. One-time enrollment is not a yearly fee. It's a one-time fee, and you pay a $39.95 per month subscription fee to access your back office and resource training. The enrollment link, it'll take you over to the automated enrollment, and you can enroll with any or credit card. We also have plans available. As you can see here, we offer that. You can see we have the veterans discount. We have the individual enrollment, which is what most people get, and we have the corporate enrollments. If you have employees and you want them trained and want them all to be on the same page, you can enroll yourself and up to 10 of your agents for one enrollment fee of $699.95. And of course, your monthly subscription on that will be $99.95. Corporate enrollment 2.0, you can enroll yourself and up to 20 agents, $999.95 on your one-time enrollment fee, and that one is $199.95 plus to access your back office resources. We also have an unlimited that's not listed here. So if you want to have more than 20 agents, give us a call, and we'll fill you in on what that is. But these are all our packages here. Have any questions about anything, just feel free to call up the toll-free number, 866-973-6445, extension 1 or extension 2. See y'all on Saturday, everybody. Y'all have a great night. Thank y'all for tuning in, and I'll see y'all then.
Good night.
All right, everybody. Have a good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Hey, Calvin.
Yeah, hold up a second. Stop sharing. Oh.